What's going on, guys? Welcome to my top 50 MLB players list heading into the 2026 season. Now, I'm going to be doing my rankings of each player, and then underneath I'll have last year's players ranking from MLB's top 100 players going into 2025, followed by their stats. Enjoy! Starting this list off here, we got George Springer of the Toronto Blue Jays. I finished the video and I came back and realized I accidentally left George Springer off this list, which can't happen, so he will be my honorable mention. He just had an absolute monster season for the Blue Jays, helping lead them to the World Series against the Dodgers. As a 36-year-old, he put up a 161 OPS plus. Garrett Cole is coming off of Tommy John surgery and has a lot to prove for the Yankees, who want to win it all. We'll see if he can replicate his 2023 season. Austin Riley is one of the best power-hitting third basemen in the game right now, even though he had a 2025 season riddled with injuries. I believe he can get back to his power surge. Who saw Bryce Terang finishing top 15 in the MVP last year? I certainly didn't. 18 home runs is the most he's had in his career, and it makes him one of the better second basemen in the league. Christopher Sanchez had a career year last year, finishing second in the NL Cy Young. He boasted a 176 ERA plus, and it sets him up as one of the best pitchers in the MLB. I put Hunter Brown ahead of him, however, because I believe that there is more in the tank for this young buck. Brown has established himself as one of the best starters in the MLB, and watch out for next year. Up next is another Astro in Yordan Alvarez. Now, he is still one of the best hitters in the MLB, but missed almost the entirety of last season due to injury. We'll see if he can stay healthy in 2026. Next is Willy Adames, who's coming off of a confusing first year in San Francisco. He hit 30 home runs but struck out 179 times. I believe he's comfortable now and will have a better year. Next is his rival Will Smith for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Smith had a 152 OPS plus as a catcher, which is just unheard of. He also hit the go-ahead home run to win the World Series. Logan Webb led the NL in strikeouts last year and innings pitched. He dazzled with a 3.22 ERA, leading him to finish fourth in the NL Cy Young Award voting. Look out for another strong season from Webb. Coming in at number 40 is the 23-year-old starting pitcher for the Mariners, Bryan Woo. Woo had a breakout season in 2025, finishing fifth in the Cy Young Award voting. Look out for him next year. Next up is the Red shortstop Elly De La Cruz. Elly stole 37 bases and hit 22 home runs despite striking out a lot and not being great in the field. He has the potential to be a star in the MLB, and I expect him to do so next year. Jazz Chisholm Jr. is coming off his best year in the MLB last year after hitting 31 home runs and stealing 31 bases. He had a 125 OPS plus as well as an 813 OPS, and he looks to continue on this dominance next year back in the middle of the Yankees lineup. Next up is Jazz's former teammate and current free agent Cody Bellinger. Bellinger had a 5.1 WAR and hit 29 home runs, also in the middle of that Yankees lineup. They'll need him next year. Bryce Harper is ever so slightly ahead of Bellinger just because he's done it more consistently and for a longer period of time. Harper had a 129 OPS plus as well as 32 doubles and 27 home runs last year. He'll look to build on that in 2026. Next up is free agent second baseman Bo Bichette. Bichette hit 311 with an 840 OPS for the Blue Jays, leading them to the World Series. He's a pure hitter and will do that for any team who picks him up next year. Up next is the young sensation center fielder for the Cubs, Pete Crow Armstrong. Despite struggles in the second half, Pete managed to hit 31 home runs and steal 30 plus bases. He showed elite defense in the field, winning the Gold Glove for NL center fielders, as well as finishing 9th in the NL MVP voting. Coming in at number 33 is Padres third baseman Manny Machado. He had another great season, hitting 27 home runs and winning the Silver Slugger at third base. He's been doing this since 2012, so I see no reason why he shouldn't continue in 2026 for the Padres. Next is another veteran third baseman, and Alex Bregman. He is a current free agent, but I would be shocked if the Red Sox didn't bring him back in. Bregman was an all-star last year and had a 128 OPS plus. He also only struck out 70 times in almost 500 plate appearances. Coming in at the 31 spot is Tigers outfielder Riley Green. Green hit 36 home runs but struck out 201 times last year. He won a Silver Slugger and finished top 20 in the MVP, so if he cuts down on the strikeouts, he has the potential to actually win an MVP. Speaking of guys who have won MVPs, here's Mookie Betts, who is slipping down these rankings due to a down season last year. He had a 104 OPS plus, which is about league average, and only hit 20 home runs in almost 700 plate appearances. We'll see if he can bounce back going into his age 34 season. At number 29 is newly acquired San Francisco Giant Rafael Devers. Devers played in 163 games due to the trade giving him an extra game. In those games, he had a 140 OPS plus and hit 35 home runs. He's consistently one of the league's best hitters, and I expect him to do no different next year in San Francisco. Next up is 2025 World Series MVP Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Yamamoto had a career year last year, putting up a 2.49 ERA and finishing third in the NL Cy Young voting. His 5.9 hits per 9 innings led the NL last year, and he struck out over 200 batters. He had a 167 ERA plus. Ketel Marte had a 145 OPS plus as a second baseman. That means he's 45% better than the league average hitter. He had 28 home runs and a 376 on-base percentage, which accounted for a 517 slugging percentage. Marte is always one of the best second basemen in the league every year, and last year proved no different. Up next is another middle infielder with a strong bat in Trey Turner. Trey led the NL with a 304 batting average last year and finished 5th in the MVP voting. He hit 15 home runs, had 31 doubles, and a 355 on-base percentage. His 36 stolen bases keep him as one of the better power speed threats. Speaking of power, here's the young third baseman for the Rays, Junior Caminero. Caminero hit 45 home runs last year, which was one of the best totals in the American League. Now, he did ground into a lot of double plays. He actually led the American League, but he had a 131 OPS plus, and that covers up for the fact that he was basically playing in a AAA ballpark. However, Caminero is fun, and let's see what he does next year. Coming in at number 24 is Rangers shortstop Corey Seager. Seager missed about 50 games last year due to hamstring strains and an appendectomy surgery in August. Despite these injuries, he was still able to accumulate a 6.2 WAR and hit 21 home runs in the 102 games he did play. He still rakes as a shortstop, and that's why he's projected so high. Matt Olson played all 162 games last year for the 4th straight year and the 5th time in his career. His 41 doubles led the National League, and he acquired another Gold Glove at first base. On top of that, he had a 138 OPS plus and a 484 slugging percentage, putting him as one of the most feared sluggers at first base in the game. Up next is newly acquired Orioles first baseman Pete Alonso. He was the one who took home the Silver Slugger Award at the position last year in the National League, and he also played 162 games. He tied Olsen with 41 doubles to lead the NL, and he added on 38 home runs of his own. Birds fans should be super excited as the polar bear now lives in Baltimore. Coming in at 21 is the MLB triples leader Corbin Carroll. Carroll found his power stroke last year as he hit a career-high 31 home runs in 143 games. He stole 32 bases and slugged an astonishing .541 for a smaller center fielder. Carroll was the first ever D-back to have a 30-30 season last year. Wrapping up the 20s is Dodgers first baseman Freddie Freeman. Freeman did it again last year, hitting .295 with 39 doubles and a 141 OPS plus. He racked up 15 hits in the playoffs, en route to his third World Series ring and his second with the Dodgers. Freeman's consistency has continued and should next year as well. Kyle Tucker had sort of a weird year in Chicago heading into his free agency. He fractured his right hand and dealt with calf issues despite playing 136 games. He still ended up with solid counting stats as well as a 143 OPS plus, which leaves him as very projectable next year with whoever signs him. He still won a Silver Slugger in the outfield, so watch out for Kyle Tucker. Up next is one of the hardest guys to rank this year in Gunnar Henderson. Henderson was coming off of a 37 home run and top 5 MVP finish, and he followed that up with only hitting 17 home runs in 154 games. While the power was down, he was still a doubles machine, and he even stole 30 bases. Alonso's protection should allow Gunnar to bounce back next year. At number 16 is NL MVP runner-up and home run leader Kyle Schwarber. Schwarber just signed with the Phillies for another 5 years, and he should be the exact same thing that he was the last 6. He's going to hit for a lot of power, drive in a lot of runs, and strike out a bunch, and he's your designated hitter, and there's not much more you can ask from him. He's number 16 on our list. Next up is American League Cy Young runner-up Garrett Crochet. Crochet led the American League in strikeouts per 9 innings, as well as innings pitched. He had a 2.59 ERA and finished top 10 in AL MVP voting. On top of that, he added a nasty start against the Yankees in the American League Wildcard Series. Number 14 on our list is Mariners underrated superstar Julio Rodriguez. Julio had 32 home runs, 30 stolen bases, and 31 doubles en route to a 6th place finish in the American League MVP. This was a much-needed bounce-back season for him, and it shows that he's still one of the best, most consistent stars in the league. I think he'll be able to take a step forward next year in 2026. Our number 13 spot is reserved for Platinum Glove winner Fernando Tatis Jr. He hit 25 home runs in 268, which is about what you can expect to get from him over the course of a full season. We don't know if he'll be able to get back to his 42 home run power potential like he had in 2021, but he's really good and has earned the respect that he deserves. Coming in at number 12 is newcomer Nicholas Kurtz of the Athletics. Kurtz had one of the best rookie seasons we've ever seen from a power standpoint, as he hit 36 home runs in only 117 games. He had a 173 OPS plus with a 1.002 OPS. The unanimous Rookie of the Year winner reminds me a lot of Yordan Alvarez when he came up, and he should be one of the best sluggers in the league in years to come. Just edging him out as the best first baseman on our list is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. of the Blue Jays. Vlad turned in another amazing season at the plate, hitting 23 home runs while hitting 292 for the Jays, leading them to one of the best postseason performances that we've ever seen. He hit 8 home runs in 18 playoff games, including winning ALCS MVP and destroying balls in the World Series. Look out for Vlad next year as he's the best first baseman. Kicking it off our top 10 is Mets switch-hitting shortstop Francisco Lindor. Lindor had his 3rd straight 30 home run season, adding 31 stolen bases and finishing top 10 in NL MVP voting. The glove is still elite, and you can expect about what he put up last year going into 2026. Lindor is going to be an essential part of this Mets lineup that has now just lost Brandon Nimmo and Pete Alonso, so look out for a nice year for Francisco Lindor next year. For the number 9 slot, it's the highest ranked National League pitcher in Paul Skeens. Skeens took home his first NL Cy Young Award last year as he ranked first in ERA, ERA+, FIP, WHIP, and home runs per 9. He racked up 7.7 WAR and went 10-10 in a Jacob deGrom sort of year. Skeens is undoubtedly the best pitcher in the NL, and he will be next year as well. My highest ranked starting pitcher on the board is Tarik Skubal in at number 8. Tarik Skubal just won his 2nd straight American League Cy Young, and in very dominant fashion. Skubal led the AL in WAR, ERA, ERA+, FIP, and whip, as well as walks per 9. He had a 2.21 ERA, and he had some dominant starts in the postseason for the Tigers. Will Skubal three-peat in the AL? We'll see if he gets traded. Number 7 is my highest ranked catcher by far in Cal Raleigh. He just had a historic 60 home run season, the most ever at the catcher position. He finished second in the AL MVP race, which was controversial to some, but I think it was the right decision. He accumulated a 7.4 WAR and had an OPS plus of 169, which is off the charts. The only reason I don't have him lower is because he had been so inconsistent before this year, so we'll see if he can repeat his amazing 2025. Next up is Ronald Acuna Jr., and I have him so low because I feel like people have forgotten how good he is when he's really healthy. Last year when he came back and played in 95 games after another ACL surgery, Acuna hit .290 with 21 homers and had an OPS plus of 163. I believe because of the severity of his past injuries, Acuna will be more cautious and will be in the lineup more, able to produce more offensively. Starting off our top 5 is the beacon of consistency, Jose Ramirez. Jose finished in the top 10 for MVP for the 8th time in his career last year and for the 3rd time finishing 3rd place. He hit 30 homers, stole 44 bases, and had an OPS plus of 137. He won the Silver Slugger Award at 3rd base for the American League and accumulated a 5.8 wins above replacement. Ramirez has been doing this for the last 9 years, and I don't see him stopping next year. Next is the $800 million man, Juan Soto. Soto led the NL in stolen bases, walks, and on-base percentage. He had a career-high 43 home runs and tallied 105 RBI. This great season led to him winning a Silver Slugger for the NL outfield, as well as finishing in 3rd place for the National League MVP. Soto has been one of the most disciplined and pure hitters in the MLB since he came into the league just as a 19-year-old. Next year, the expectations will still be ever high, and we'll see if he can come through. I think he will. Coming in at number 3 is American League Platinum Glove Award winner Bobby Witt Jr. of the Kansas City Royals. Witt led the American League in hits and doubles as he hit 23 home runs and stole 38 bases. He hit .295, which is rare nowadays for a guy who is known for his power and defense. Witt is a true 5-tool player, and he finished 4th in the American League MVP voting. He played at a 7.1 WAR and has played in over 150 games for every year of his career. We'll see if he can overtake the next 2 guys next year. Coming in at the number 2 spot is American League MVP Aaron Judge. Judge led the MLB in batting average, on-base percentage, slugging percentage, OPS, and OPS+. He hit .331, which is outstanding for someone his size and just in this league nowadays. To beat the best catcher season ever, you have to be the best hitter in the MLB, which Aaron Judge has been the last 5 years. It's his 3rd American League MVP award, and I don't see anyone overtaking him next year. But coming in at number 1 is, you guessed it, Shohei Ohtani of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Ohtani led the NL in runs, slugging percentage, OPS, OPS+, ROBA, RBA+, and total bases. He won his 4th career MVP award and another World Series ring. Not to mention, he pitched 47 innings to the tune of a 2.87 ERA with 62 strikeouts. His ability to do both is what sets him apart, got him the NLCS MVP, and makes him the best baseball player in the MLB every single year. There's no one stopping Shohei. If you liked this video and want to see more like it, please let me know in the comments below.